From the 4 starter champions in Raid Shadow Legends, I chose Kayle as my starter hero. I've since then amassed an army to be able to take on some of the hardest content that Raid Shadow Legends has to offer, all while trying to avoid the cash grab offers by Plarium. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about my next 6-star on the free-to-play account. I've been making some progress so that I can start leveling up my champions a little bit more. But first of all, I thought I'd bring you in and show you where we're up to with our missions. So I've just completed this dungeon mission here. We're about 21 or so into the Lego books here, so you're kind of working closer towards that. I've also got then this classic arena challenge, which won't take me too long to complete. There's also as well the classic arena tournament at the moment, which I'm actually kind of skyrocketing in right at the moment. I think I'm like sitting in top 5 or top 10 at least. Yeah, so top 7, which is really nice because I've got some extra energy here which I can pull out. Ideally, I'd like to kind of push up a little bit further, but look at this here. I've got the rare champion that comes along with the fusion, which I know I was going to try and push for one of these. And I was able to pick up one of these ones, which I haven't had a Sylvan Watchers champion so far, so that's an extra 250k silver, which I will pick up nicely. So as you know, the Oella fusion's on at the moment, and I think out of all the champions, obviously the legendary is a legendary champion. She's good, but I don't think that she's something I need on my account, or that I've even really got the resources to kind of push for. I think it's better off for me right now to be pushing to build up my champions a little bit further so that I can actually get in a better spot later on down the track for future fusions. Now, so you've got Oella, you've got the epic champion here as well, Meruka. She's a defense-based champion here who's got a decreased speed, removes all debuffs and then heals. I really like this ability actually, so maybe she was worth going for. A revive on death for 2 turns, and then also as well, she stacks up her defense over the long course of a battle. So really nice champion there, but I think that the rare champion is actually better. Let's go into his. How do I go? Let's go back here. Let's have a look at him quickly before we move on. You've got a decreased attack there on the A1, also an increased speed on all allies, plus an attack all on all enemies, and then places a veil on all allies except this champion, and then places a shield on all allies for 2 turns equal to this champion's 20% of his HP. So the way that a veil works is that if you've got 5 champions stacked up and one of them has veil, all of them have veil except one, the enemies are only going to see that one champion that doesn't have the veil on them. So the other 4 champions are essentially hidden from single target abilities. They can be attacked with AoEs, but Veil and Perfect Veil also come with some damage mitigation from AoE attacks. And then this champion further provides some more damage mitigation as well by an extra 5% if allies are under Veil or Perfect Veil. So really, he's a nice defense-based champion who's probably going to come into my teams. I'm actually going to be looking to level him up next. Although I've got a few other people that are kind of in the back of my mind at the moment as well. I'm just going to pull these 2 quick ancient shards as well, guys, just to, spice it up a little bit, see who we get before I 6-star. I don't want to obviously pull someone that I really, really want, and that kind of happens. So decreased attack on the A1, some healage on the A2, and some more healage. I think the Dur the Hungerer that I pulled the other day, I think he's a better champion in terms of healing for that. And a Corpulent Cadaver, which I don't really have an Infinity Shield comp team just yet, so she's going to probably just sit in my vault. I think Mother Superior was a new champion, wasn't she? Yeah, she was. That's kind of cool. Let's just chuck the Corpulent Cadaver in the vault. You kind of see there that I've got all my food champions ready to level up my next 6 stars, so that's kind of cool. And you notice that I've got a few skeletons in my closet. Yeah, sorry, that was a bad pun, but yeah, I've got enough food here to be able to level everyone up. Plus also as well, I'm going to get rid of my Castigator because, as I mentioned in the last video, Shinessa does a better job at what he was doing anyway. So he's just going to be replaced. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll pull out 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And then I've got some leftover champions there as well. let's go into the Tavern. I'll start leveling these guys up so we can kind of get them in there. I'm probably not doing this the most efficiently. I probably should be putting a few brews into each of these level 1 champions that are going into the 40s. But I'm just going to do this for the sake of time. There's more tournament points available for me if I did that, but I can always just go farm some more. I'm not too crash hot on this fusion as I mentioned. So, all right, that's 4 6-stars plus the 4 5-stars plus also Castigator. So he's an extra champion. So the person I'm going to be leveling out, as I mentioned in the last video, I've got enough damage with Kale and Rhonda. I don't think that Genbo is going to be a champion who I level out. War Maiden is someone who just does her job really well at level 50 and doesn't need much more unless I'm going to be pushing her a little bit later because I might get the 6-star so I can get a banner on her. But I don't think she's going to be the one I level out. Castigator is going to be food. Armiger I think is going to be more utility, but I level him out a little bit later. Demarsha I think is going to be replaced sometime soon by Dur the Hungerer. I'm going to be leveling him out and kind of getting him built up. As you can see, I've started to build him out with some Guardian gear, which absorbs damage from ally champions and heals himself every round. So if I can build him out with some extra healage and survivability, he's going to be a champion that kind of really pulls together my team quite nicely. The champion I'm going for is Vrask. I'm just going to be straight to the point. Vrask is a champion here who comes with a lot of healage on his passive, and I don't need books to make his other abilities work. It's just damage and cooldowns, and this is a damage ability, this is a damage ability. So really for me, it's just that I need him to just get his turns off as much as I can. He needs to crit with this passive, and then I build him up with as much HP as I can. So he's a champion there that I'm just going to be building out because he comes with a lot of utility and healage, and I don't need to use any books because as you can see, I've got no epic books left. So Dur the Hungerer is kind of where my books are going at the moment. As you can see, I'm really unlucky. I got 2 books into his A1. I got a few extra books in there too. I want to get his books into the A2 or A3. But yeah, so let's not waste any more time. Let's level him up. We go Vrask there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Castigator as well. You're in there, mate. And chuck him in. Extra 300 points there. Now the reason I've been wanting to level him up quickly and sometime soon is because I want to start getting some masteries on him. And as you can see, I've started working towards this already. I've almost got enough there for War Master. It's 350. I'm at 100 now. I've just been using my gems as energy to be able to kind of top up that energy every time I go into Minotaur because I've really wanted to get him going. So I'm going to be sticking him in Minotaur for the next kind of week or so and just level him up to 60 as much as I can. Maybe not a week. It's probably not a week. Just leveling him up as much as I can and getting War Master down here so that he starts dealing a lot more damage in my clan boss team. You may notice as well that Brimstone has been nerfed. There's a lot of blessing changes that came into the game. It's in here. So blessings, where are we? Yeah, you can see here, let's go scroll down to Brimstone. So decreases the chance of placing a smite debuff, and also as well, you do need accuracy on your champion to land smite. So for me, Rhonda obviously was my champion that I had in smite, but I've changed her to Soul Reap because she's going to be more my arena champion at the moment. I've got her obviously there with War Master, or Giant Slayer, sorry. I think for now, I think that I just don't know whether it's worth having Brimstone on her when I don't really have much accuracy on her at all. She's only got 50 accuracy, so she's not even going to be landing that debuff anyway. So why build her with Brimstone when she's not going to be landing it? So it's a bit unfortunate they did that nerf. It's really changed my clan boss team around quite a lot because I haven't really had, sorry, this is arena. I haven't had that extra damage. You can see there that I'm averaging about 5.5 million damage per key. Brimstone has definitely changed it. I used to be able to kind of push 7 million sometimes. It was just that extra bit of damage that would push me over the edge. And as you can see, Vrask is kind of coming in there as one of my champions that I've got in my clan boss team. So he's been really nice to kind of have in there. I've been really enjoying him. I think he's going to be one of my champions that I really build up to the end game and kind of keep in there until I pull a really, really nice healer. And I think that him alongside the Hungerer, these two will complement each other really nicely with all the healage that we've got going on and the revives there as well. So I think that the champions such as Kale and Rhonda will never die because the reflect damage and the healage that's going on here. Also as well, Vrask's kind of healing to top them all up at the same time. And then if any of the other champions die, I've always got the revive here from the Hungerer to kind of pull all those champions back up. So that's kind of the boss team that I'm kind of looking at the moment. It's kind of changing a little bit, which is quite nice. I think Taurus is actually one of my champions that I'm using quite a lot now as well. He's now fully booked up, which is kind of where all my other epic books went. He places obviously this unkillable buff on himself and places 4 poisons on all enemies for 2 turns. So he's quite a nice, it's only on a 4-turn cooldown now. So if I build him out with enough accuracy, he kind of will be one of the champions there that I'll have in my clan boss team and also my dungeon teams for a really long time now too. So that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of just kind of pushing on through Minotaur at the moment. I'm not able to farm, I'm not able to get past stage 15 or 14 just yet. I'm hoping that when I level Vrask up a little bit more, that he kind of gets a few more, or he's at least got some survivability there, that he doesn't die. I'm going to chuck a few little potions in him too, so that he's like able to survive the first few waves there of that dungeon. Yeah, so this is kind of where I'll be sitting now for the next kind of few days. I might just chuck, let's just put the HP aura in there. And I've just been leveling them out, leveling Vrask up to 50 in the Minotaur's dungeon, so I haven't been wasting any of my energy. You see there that he's got, look at his HP compared to the other two. He's just got so much more HP compared to everyone else, which is really nice, which means that his heal then scales a lot better. You look at that, there's an extra 4k heal in there. He's going to come in a second and he'll hit another champion. Or no, he gets stunned. That's all right. I probably need to build him out with a bit of resist because he kind of keeps getting CC'd, which is not great. But yeah, every time he crits, it's just a 4k heal every time on all champions, including himself. So he's just such a great champion there that I'm kind of leaning towards him being a better champion for me right now. I'm not going to keep doing multi-battles on that. I'm going to stop the multi-battle. This will keep playing out, which is good. I don't know if he'll die here. He probably won't after that heal there, which is nice. Yeah, he'll just kind of heal himself back up. Everyone else is kind of keeping themselves alive with like lifesteal gear that they've got on. So he's just kind of in the background doing his own thing, healing himself up. The Minotaur's placed that daze debuff on himself, so he's just going to get knocked down here. And these guys will kind of clean him up, which is quite nice. Awesome job. And yeah, you see that I'm not getting a massive amount of scrolls from this. I think it's only, 3 to 6 or so, or 3 to 5. I need to be pushing into the higher levels here because you get 6 to 12 in stage 15. So it's going to be a long way and a lot of wasted energy if I just keep rushing stage 13. I need to be able to push a little bit further into here, but I need some more champions to be able to do that. So I don't know whether it's worth for me to bring in other champions to kind of carry them through this. Stage 14 was a little bit hard, but then again, it is a negative affinity there for Vrask. So if I can maybe pull it onto the Void affinity, I might have a better chance of kind of surviving through that. I suppose the last thing, guys, before I head off is that, yeah, obviously all these little extra tournaments and events have been going on. Make sure you do all of those events and tournaments because you do get the extra rewards here. Like, look, I know it's only it's 10 core hammers, but you can get all these extra rewards, like a few extra anniversary coins there. You've also got an ancient shard there, some chaos ore, and a Lego book. But look at this extra silver and an extra potion there too. So really make sure that you're doing what you need to do during these tournaments and events so that you get the best rewards that you can get. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We've absolutely smashed it in that last video. I think I gained like almost 20 subscribers, which was awesome. It's probably the most that I've gotten off one video alone. Apart from maybe the first few videos that did really well because I was kind of copying a little bit of Hell Hades challenge. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.